Well, always a pleasure to be joined by the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Mr. Roy Jones Jr. Roy, how are you doing, my friend?
Doing great, brother. Always good to see you too.
Absolutely, man. Listen, we got a lot coming up, and we'll get into that in a minute, but I want to kick off with news. Eubank is boxing Ben. Looking forward to this one. Are you?
Always. Anytime, any Eubank, any Ben fight now, we have to look forward to it.
Listen, there's a lot of history goes on between the two and the families, the rivalries with Nigel Benn, and Chris Eubank Sr. You never boxed any of them two. Why not?
Well, to be frank and honest, and I'm not tooting my horn, but James Toney got on television and kind of silenced both of them.
Yeah.
Nigel did say something back, but it wasn't really relevant. You know what I mean? They didn't really sound like they were biting at the chump to fight James. So they were a little bit reluctant about fighting James, you could tell, right? Then when I whooped James, if we were reluctant to fight James, why would we fight him? He made him look like nothing.
Right.
So, of course, it wasn't going to be easy to make that fight with either one of them. And even with Steve Collins. Now, later in my career, Steve Collins came to the U.S. to try to make a fight, but him and Marab and Fred never worked it out. So, but I was always willing to fight anybody. I didn't care. So I would have fought any of them, anytime, anywhere.
Any of you lot that haven't seen it, Roy Jones Jr. versus James Toney, go and see it. Give him a whooping, man. Performance of your career, I would probably say. That was unreal, man. You had some brilliant ones, but that was sensational.
The only reason I would say that one was sensational is because of who James was at the time. Yeah. James was pound for pound, the baddest dude throwing down, whooping people everywhere, any kind of way, inside, outside the ring. He didn't care.
Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn go at it on the 26th of April. Interesting fight this. Conor Benn coming up in weight. You've done that, Roy. You've gone through the weights before. Is it possible that Conor could beat Chris at this stage of his career? You've trained Chris, you know Chris. How do you see that one going?
Very tough fight for Conor. Not saying he can't win it because one big left hook could change anything. But to me, his best chance are to try to land a big shot. If that don't happen, or if he lands it and it don't hurt Chris, then it's going to be pretty rough for him because Chris is definitely an improved fighter. You understand me? And even the stuff he's doing now, he's going to continue to get better. But I think when he came down there with me for that year, it improved his foundation. You understand me? So it made him a better fighter. So he's going to be hard to beat for anybody, especially a guy that's smaller than him. But we saw Liam Smith pull out the upset that one time. So I know that gave Ben much more hope that he could probably do the same. So it's going to be a great fight. Both fighters are great fighters. I love both of them. I think Chris is a little bigger and has the advantage because he's bigger, but it's going to be a great fight.
You know what, a lot of people are talking about it, Roy, you know about cutting weight and whatnot. A lot of people are talking about Chris Eubank Jr. now being at 160 and maybe being tight at that weight now, but the rehydration clause, £10, I'm saying, listen, with a £10 rehydration clause in it, that won't affect him at all.
That won't affect him at all, but I don't really think Chris was big on rehydrating anyway, so I don't think he's going to get that big, you know what I mean? He may, but I don't think 10 pounds bothers him at all.
Fast forward for another light heavyweight contest going, Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol, February the 22nd. What a fight. The first one was incredible. How do you see this one going?
Well, I think this time we'll see more of Artur being Artur because first time I gave Bivol the edge or I called it a draw, but because Bivol was Bivol, Artur wasn't Artur. And when I saw Artur, he said, what you think will happen? I said, to be honest with you, Artur, we don't pay to see Mike Tyson go the distance. We don't pay to see Artur Beterbiev go the distance. If he don't go the distance, if he do go the distance, we want him to show us that he wasn't trying to. That fight looked like he was cool with going the distance. That's what Bivol wants to do. So, in my opinion, if I had to give it to somebody, I probably would have gave the edge to Bivol, but I really would probably call it a draw.
Put Roy Jones Jr., Pete Roy Jones Jr.
Don't do it.
I got to do it, man. I got to do it, bro. I beat Roy Jones Jr., Artur Beterbiev and Bivol. How would that have gone?
Man, it's been tough for both of those guys. Roy Jones Jr. was so fast, so different. And Roy Jones Jr. every night was trying to smoke you. So it wouldn't have been no chance to where he was out there trying to box and went on point. No. Roy ain't believing that. Roy wanted to smoke you. Roy wanted to entertain for the fans. So whatever the fans want to see, the fans want to see somebody get smoked. That's what Roy would have been trying to deliver. So I can't see neither one of those guys beating a prime Roy Jones only because of the fact that not only was Roy Jones a killer, but he also was an entertainer. If you look at that fight, it was a very good technical fight. But a person that don't know boxing would not have enjoyed that first fight.
See what I done there? I started him up, man. I know what to do. I know the buttons to press. As soon as I mention anyone in the light heavyweight division. Just quickly, Roy, I want to get your thoughts on Tyson Fury. Do you think he stays retired or do we see him in the ring again?
That's a tough question. I'm going to tell you why I say it's a tough question. He don't need nothing else. He got the money he got in the last 2 fights. He don't need nothing. So why would he go back? And anytime you know in boxing, it don't take one. One bad fight, one bad punch, one bad round. So if you got everything you need in life, why would you keep going back?
Yeah.
You got more than you need in life. He ain't gonna be able to spend the amount of money they gave him now. Why keep going back? But the fighter inside of you sometimes has a hard time saying no to a good opportunity or somebody you really wanted to fight. And for the longest time, people here in the UK wanted to see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. And they still were tuning into it right now. And Tyson Fury knows that, and AJ knows that. So if he did a fight, that's probably the only fight I ever see him coming back to do, but he don't need to do nothing. Neither one of them really.
Yeah, let's hope that we get that one, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. And before we wrap it up, April the 5th, Stamford Bridge, England versus USA, UK versus USA. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Last time was a draw, but we ain't going for those draws this time.
Brilliant. Listen, Roy, it's going to be a great event. Looking forward to that one. I'm seeing the names that are coming through. He's got a lot of strong fighters on the bill. 4-0, 4 KOs, 5-0, 5 KOs. You want the victory this time, right?
I do it just like you do. So I see your fighters, you're not bad either. So I got to go for the victory, just like you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can see that show April the 5th, Stamford Bridge, UK versus USA, and that is live on talkSPORT. Yeah. Roy Jones Jr., as always, thanks so much, brother.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.